Roboethics, a term referring to the ethical dilemmas linked with robots, grapples with questions like whether robots could become a danger to humans, whether certain uses of robots should be considered problematic, like applications in healthcare, or use as killer robots in war, and how robots could be constructed to exhibit ethical behavior. This sector of ethics is a branch of the broader field of the ethics of technology, with particular emphasis on information technology, and has significant intersections with legal and socio-economic issues. Diverse scholars are beginning to address these ethical dilemmas about developing and introducing robotics technology in societies, with the focus on assuring human safety. The discussions in this domain have been around since robots were first conceptualized, but serious academic debate commenced around the year 2000. The field of roboethics calls upon the expertise of professionals from several disciplines who need to modify laws and legislations in response to issues arising out of advancements in robotics and AI. Fields engaged in roboethics include robotics, computer science, artificial intelligence, philosophy, ethics, theology, biology, physiology, cognitive science, neurosciences, law, sociology, psychology, and industrial design. Major discussion revolve around the ethical treatment of non-human or human or non-biological entities and their potential spirituality. One of the earliest works that addressed and established the basis for roboethics was Isaac Asimov's 1942 science fiction short story Runaround, which introduced his iconic 3 laws of robotics. These laws were subsequently revised by Asimov, who added a 4th or 0th law. Roboethics as a field gained further momentum from the first International Symposium on Roboethics in 2004. Organized by the School of Robotics, a nonprofit seeking to disseminate knowledge of robotics among students and the public at large. The symposium aimed at spreading accurate ideas about the potential risks in robotics. Founders Gianmarco Verrugio and Fiorella Operto maintained that an informed and accurate debate could lead to public participation in shaping opinion, promoting the positive application of new technology and preventing its misuse. Anthropologist Daniela Cerqui identified 3 main ethical positions from the 2-day intense debate. Those uninterested in ethics, considering their work as purely technical, exempt from social or moral responsibility. There are ethical considerations that arise in the world of developmental robotics, particularly in the context of the digital divide. The disparity between different regions, specifically northern and southern, as well as the gap between younger and older generations. These ethical dilemmas extend to the disparate rates of technological advancement between industrialized nations and their poor counterparts. This narrative implies the question: should the pattern of robotics development in affluent nations be altered to be more advantageous to less developed regions? In the journey of robot ethics, several key historical moments have taken place. In 1942, Isaac Asimov introduced his now famous 3 laws of robotics in his short story Runaround. Fast forward to 2004, the term roboethics is officially coined at the first ever International Symposium on Roboethics in Italy, organized by the School of Robotics. 2005 saw the IIRSTC on Roboethics organize its first robotics conference, ICRA 5, with a focus on roboethics. Between 2005 and 2006, the School of Robotics coordinated the Urine Project, an endeavor that saw roboticists and humanities scholars assemble the inaugural Roboethics Roadmap. A slew of international conferences and symposiums on the ethics of robotics followed, including Biorob 2006 International Workshop Ethics Human Interaction with Robotic, Bionic, and AI Systems, and various workshops conducted by the IERASTE on roboethics. Notable conferences like ICAL 7 focused on the intersection of artificial intelligence and law, while the ECAP 7 took an in-depth look at roboethics. The theme of roboethics was also explored at the Computer Ethics Philosophical Inquiry, CP7. The IIERASTC hosted another roboethics related workshop in 2009, and by 2013, workshops on robot ethics started to take place at various universities. Conferences like We Robot 2014, Risks and Opportunities and Ethical and Moral Considerations in Non-Human Agents in 2016 brought these ethical discussions into the wider context of artificial intelligence. In a nutshell, the story outlines the ethical journey of robotics and emphasizes the importance of maintaining an ethical lens while developing technologies that can have immense societal impacts. In the recent years, a significant shift has shaped the perception of artificial intelligence. From being a mere tool to an intelligent collaborator, various organizations and initiatives continue to analyze the multifarious implications of integrating AA in society and the environment. Milestones include the formation of the AI Now Institute at NYU in 2017, focused on analyzing the social ramifications of AI, and the establishment of the Non-Human Party at 2020, advocating for the rights of robots, animals, and the broader non-human ecosystem. Furthermore, in 2021, We Robot and Eros workshop focused on creating and evaluating ethical robotic systems, propelling discussions on ethical considerations of AI. The three primary ethical aspects put forth by computer scientist Virginia Dignam include ethics by design, ethics in design, and ethics for design. These concepts contribute toward integrating ethical reasoning into AI, analyzing and evaluating the impact of AI on society, and framing codes of conduct for AI developers and users. Versatile science fiction literature and films have increasingly started delving into roboethics. A notable instance of this is the Matrix series, which picturizes a dystopian future where humanity battles AI for planetary control. Similarly, Star Trek, The Next Generations, and Ex Machina raise questions around human treatment of robots, while Here's eliminates physical presence of AI and focuses primarily on emotions. This consistent shift in attitude toward AI and the ethical questions it raises illustrates the gradual but profound impact of AI on society and the persistent doubts regarding the treatment of AI beings. As society moves forward, these ethical considerations will become crucial determinants of our cohabitation with AI systems. The highly debated lethal autonomous weapon systems, laws often referred to as killer robots, possess the theoretical ability to independently target and attack without human oversight. The implications of these systems sparked intense discussions within international circles in 2014. During two meetings held by the Convention on Conventional Weapons, CONCW, most notably within these dialogues was the meeting of experts on laws, which saw numerous non-governmental organizations and national delegations present their views. Several nations, such as Pakistan and Cuba, alongside myriad NGOs, advocated for a preventative ban on laws, utilizing deontological and consequentialist arguments. Noted philosophers like Peter Asaro and Robert Sparrow, the Vatican, and many NGOs raised deontological concerns surrounding excessive machine autonomy as a violation of human dignity, citing beliefs in a human right not to be killed by a machine and frequently referencing the Martin's Clause. The consequentialist objections centralized around the belief held by many NGOs, researchers, and a number of states, Pakistan, Austria, Egypt, Mexico, that maintaining international humanitarian law, IL compliance would be impossible with laws as per the International Committee of the Red Cross's IC stance. The concept of IL governing autonomous weapon systems in armed conflict is a given. In 2015, attention shifted to the ethics of developing sex robots, prompting the launch of the campaign against sex robots. Azar Castor stresses the potential societal harm and inequalities posed by sex robots, calling for ethical responses and organized efforts against their production. However, in a piece published by the MIT Press titled, "Should We Campaign Against Sex Robots?" researchers contested the necessity for a broad-based ban on sex robots, citing potential misguided conservatism in sexual ethics and asserting that fundamental objections put forth by the caster remained flawed and unpersuasive. In the age where technology is continuously expanding and evolving, the question of the ethical legal boundaries regarding robots is a significantly important topic. Scholars such as Neil Richards, a law professor at Washington University in St. Louis, and William D. Smart, an associate professor of computer science at the same university, have been probing this subject and offering their insights. Their paper, "How Should Robots Think About Law?" presents 4 pivotal points on the issue of robot ethics and law. Their first point concerns the definition of a robot as a non-biological autonomous agent. This terminology is a crucial cornerstone of understanding the intricate regulatory issues concerning robots and forming potential regulations. Secondly, the professors delve into discussing the potential capabilities of robots in the future, approximately within a decade span. They also draw parallels between the legal complexities involving robot ethics and the already familiar hurdles in cyber law. In this aspect, they emphasize the significance of framing these emerging technological issues with an accurate metaphor, as an inaccurate representation would negatively affect the legislation drafted to solve these issues. Finally, the pair rejects the metaphor they refer to as the android fallacy, a metaphor that considers human beings and non-biological entities as identical. The pair highlights that this belief is not supported by the available evidence, which shows consistent ambiguity in how individuals perceive robot behavior compared to human behavior. While studies have found that people judge good and bad behavior similarly in both robots and humans, robots often receive less praise for good actions, but harsher punishment for wrongdoing. Furthermore, it appears that individuals perceive malevolent conduct by robots as significantly more reprehensible than benign actions are deemed noble. The moral assessments that individuals make of both robots and humans are fundamentally similar, but expectations differ significantly. When attempting to understand the decision-making mechanisms of robots, individuals often infer that robots are following established ethical doctrines such as self-interest, duty, altruism, utilitarianism, or adherence to norms, otherwise referred to as rules of thumb. Based on this, it is clear that securing accurate representation of robot ethics and establishing robust legislative measures to govern this new frontier is an absolute necessity.